Hi Aries, how are we today? Just wanting to look at a singles reading for everybody today, but I am using the Paper Oracle Lenormand deck there today. But before we get started, I will just let you know, make sure you leave a comment. When I do get to 100 subscribers, I will be choosing someone from the comments to win a free personal reading. So make sure you do leave a comment, like the video, and obviously subscribe so you can keep updated when that comes around as well. But yeah, like I said, today we're doing a singles reading for everybody there. But firstly, just wanting to sort of see what sort of an energy Aries are in today when it comes to love and relationships. Okay, so we will be looking a little bit at the past as well, but mostly wanting to focus on the future when it does come to love coming on in. But firstly, I'll just grab a general past, present, future for us there. Okay, so the energy we're finding you in today, Aries, we have the letter and the wheel there. So the wheel sort of represented by this red thread. A lot of people that do understand their symbolism, the red thread is quite often used in, I believe, Kabbalism. To symbolize eternity and cycles and those sorts of things. But with this being your energy today, Aries, the letter, so communication sort of on your mind, and possibly, like the cycles of communication. You may have found in the past there may have been sort of certain cycles with the way that we do communicate with others, the way that we respond to communications, those sorts of things. So the letter really does talk about communication like text, email, talking online, all those sorts of things. Whereas that wheel, that is a unique card to this particular deck, but it really is sort of talking about those cycles coming on through. And, it does have that real vibe of sort of like infinity as well when it comes to this particular card. It, you know, Things that are sort of going to be in our life pretty long term, coming back around. So it feels like we might have the energy going on at the moment of sort of maybe looking at the past cycles within our energy there, but also sort of looking at what parts of those cycles we want to bring forward into the future as well. So, there is that energy where it could be a little bit of like feeling like you're a bit just stuck in the cycle, stuck in the daily grind kind of vibe. The wheel of life keeps on turning, no matter what you do to try to escape it. But we'll have a look there at the general past, present, future to see if we can get a bit more clarity for you. Okay, so in the past energy there, we do have the storm, yet another card that is unique to this deck actually. But we sort of sensing that, yeah, you may have been through a bit of a storm in the recent past there. The storm really is that, sudden shifts in the environment around us, those sorts of a thing. But what we find with the storm too is that it is quite cleansing as well. So you might have been through a bit of a storm in the last few months, year, but it probably has cleansed your life of quite a lot of things that just don't serve you, and you're not wanting to sort of take them through into the future. There is quite a lot of, especially in this image there, quite a lot of electricity in the air, so to speak, as well. So maybe talking about, looking at those elements in the past that, have felt stormy, but also what changes have they brought into your life, whether good or bad. I will get a few more cards to clarify that one for you there. So the storm for Aries in the past energy, please. Okay, so definitely looking at some past relationship issues coming on through there, because we do have the heart as well as the lily. And now the lily is, quite a love-based card, when it comes to being, especially when it's obviously right next to the heart as well. But the lily does talk about sort of like intimacy and the things that we want for our long term. So once again, I did mention there the red thread of destiny. In those cycles, once again, this deck does have quite a lot of the circle imagery. So it really is sort of talking about looking at what love aspects we've seen through these storms in the past, and what we're sort of wanting to, be intimate with that loving energy, and bringing it forward into the future. So yeah, I do feel that with the heart there, we probably are looking at some past heartbreak that is still sort of, just not so much still in your vibe in a negative way, but still in your vibe in the sense of, sort of wanting to look down a bit deeper at what's gone on with those past relationships, especially when it comes to the factors of intimacy, so not just physical intimacy, but also, like emotional intimacy, even just with yourself. So sort of, I feel like we are looking quite deeply at ourselves at the moment, and sort of looking at all the things that those storms have sort of created for us in the past, when it does come to learning about how we love others and how we receive love as well. So it does look like the past, being quite an important influence on your present as well, because we are seeing the present as the stranger card there. So the stranger card, once again, another unique card to this particular deck. But I'm feeling that's really talking about, like feeling like a bit of a stranger to yourself, and sort of really wanting to get down to the nitty gritty of these past energies to work out who it is, who you are, and what you do want in this life. Especially when it comes to love, kind of feeling like, a bit of a stranger to some of this past intimacy, and that maybe it's not served you in the way that you had wanted it to. Yeah, but the interesting thing there is the next card we've drawn for the future is the familiar, and I'm just wanting to sort of show you those side by side, because you can sort of see the imagery is very, very similar with these two cards. Now, the future there, the familiar, that traditionally is the dog energy, so it does talk about like friendships, and the friendships that you've made throughout love connections, and and the closeness that you guys have felt. Whereas the stranger is like the opposite. You're feeling like you're not connected to that anymore. But we are sort of seeing that they're looking at each other and they really want to get to know each other there. So I do feel that that's coming back for you in the future there, with that. It's a beautiful card of like loyalty and compassion, like compassion to yourself when it comes to things that have happened in the past and these storms that you've weathered. Having a bit of loyalty to yourself and compassion for yourself. So I feel with the loyalty element, it's probably talking quite a lot about being loyal friend to yourself, and being loyal to the things that you do truly desire. So actually looking out for yourself a little bit. Um, I have said it in previous readings, but there's song lyrics there somewhere. I can't even remember what the band is or whoever, but song lyrics that have just randomly attached in my head when it does come to this card, um, is that you wouldn't talk to your friends the way that you talk to yourself. So it really does remind us to sort of be compassionate to yourself. And, if you're the person that, gives all this loving energy to friends and gives them really great advice on how to deal with things, why aren't you saying those things to yourself as well? Like, whatever it may be, especially when it comes to love, though. But I feel as though that could actually be a love relationship coming on in that, is either starting from a strong friendship, it's someone you may have been friends with already, but also, just having that element of you guys just getting along so well on that connection base, rather than all the other elements as well. It's sort of really feeling strongly based in that strong friendship zone as well. So, we all know that sometimes friends do make really great partners as well. But, that friendship being quite important to you in that partnership. So I'll draw a few more clarity on that one there to see if we're talking about, get a bit more clarity on who that person might be, if that is a person, or if we are just talking about, being that loyal friend to yourself. So clarity for the familiar for Aries in the near future, please. Okay. Okay, so definitely feeling like that is a person. We are seeing the clouds and the non-binary. So the non-binary could be a male or a female, could be somebody who flips between, a more masculine dominating type energy, as well as that having that feminine energy as well. But with the clouds there, I feel that this is somebody who is already strong in your thoughts. So, like I just sort of reaffirming that, yes, it could be somebody that you already are friends with or have had a friendship connection with at some point. You guys, who knows? It might be somebody else, but I feel like you guys are going to know exactly who I'm talking about because they are already sort of strong on your thoughts. The cloud really is talking about thoughts, as well as your intuition. So when I'm saying this, you guys are going to probably know who I'm talking about, and so whoever's sort of coming to mind for you there, that's probably exactly who we're talking about today. But I did draw an extra one there, and I did get the broom there. So that's talking about, clearing away any of the negative energies that are still, in your thoughts when it comes to that connection. That whole forgiven but not forgotten kind of idea as well. Don't forget that this storm has occurred, but forgive yourself and probably this person as well for some of the things that have popped up, if that is a prior um, person that you are aware of, if that's a prior person. It's talking about like sweeping away all the dirt, basically sweeping all the dirt away and getting rid of that from your own energy there as well. So I feel that going back as well to your energy there, this communication that is in your energy. So this might be a bit of an indication that you may want to reach out to this person currently, feeling maybe that's who the stranger is now too, feeling like you don't even know that person anymore, that you guys have grown apart or whatever. So I do feel though that with that in your energy, it probably is and these other cards are actually looking really lovely. So I will get a few more clarity there, but I do, like I said, I do feel that now might actually be a good time to reestablish that friendship with that person and get them out of the present stranger energy and make sure we are pushing forward into that friendship energy, like, maintaining a relationship, if there is already one, and, if not, maybe getting back to where we were as friends, and seeing where things go from there. But I'll get some. I'll use the Rainas do Fogo deck there, and I will ask near, near future potential outcomes with this particular connection, please. Okay, and should Aries reach out to this person because of that, I suppose? Okay, having to draw quite a few there just to get clear answers for those questions. Okay, so with the outcome for this particular person, I feel like you Aries probably know who exactly I'm talking about already. So obviously I have no clue. I do have an Aries moon, but I feel like this may not actually be for me. Um, I did resonate quite a lot this week with my Capricorn reading, so I'm just going to roll with that for the moment, and wait until I sort of upload all the signs, and then I'll maybe get a better idea of where I'm sitting with my personal resonations. But you guys probably don't want to know about that. As the outcome there, I do have the heart, okay, but I also drew the anchor and the mouse. Okay, so with the heart, I just want to mention that that definitely is something that can be revived, since we've had that heart in the past there, and we are now seeing it as a potential outcome. That love definitely can be revived with that person. If that's what you're after, that's feeling like it's definitely on the cards for you guys. But it does feel like here with the anchor and the mouse, there definitely is some sort of loss to do with this situation that is weighing you down. Okay, and I'm seeing that reflected when I've asked about if you should reach out to this person. Okay, because the mouse is really just talking about things eating away at you, and the anchor talks about things that are weighing you down. Okay, so it feels like once again there's this energy that you're needing to sweep away. There's certain aspects that are weighing you down about this situation. They are sort of chewing away at your thoughts, and you might be going around and around in your thoughts about whatever's happened in this situation. You really just need to focus on clearing that all out, and then definitely can get to a loving situation again with that particular person. I feel that yeah, that's definitely talking about your own thoughts there, Aries, feeling a bit weighed down, and it's eating away at you a little bit. So even if you do only want to contact this person for closure, I feel that that's definitely something that you could do as long as you're coming from a place of love. When you do that, that shouldn't be a drama, because then when I have asked for clarity on whether you should reach out to this particular person or not, like I said, I ended up having to draw quite a few to get a clear idea of what's going on there. Okay, so once again, there may be some tension involved with that. Like if you were to reach out, there may be a little bit of tension involved. I'm feeling that this is actually once again coming more from you, Aries. I drew it straight over your energy there, so I do feel like you want to reach out, but you are like worried about doing so, and you're worried about how they're going to react, or whatever. The whip there can talk a little bit about a bit of tension. I don't feel like there's any actual tension coming from the person, because we have then drawn the snake card and then the woman card. Now the snake is sort of telling me that they're even though we drew that friendship card before, there is quite a lot of sexual chemistry between you and this. Now they're showing up as a feminine energy, so they are showing up now as a feminine energy. That may be just you talking that you're in this energy of, that chemistry was great, and there's such a temptation to me. It's such a temptation to reach out. I'm just so tense about doing so. That's how that's kind of feeling to me, Aries. But the snake card there, obviously, it does not look like a snake in this particular deck. It is quite a seductive element in this particular deck. It's quite passionate and desirous. Quite a lot of temptation and desire attached to this snake card in this particular deck. I feel like, well, and also I feel like I might need to mention for some particular Aries out there, it might resonate for some, it may not. But the snake and whip combination, it may not even be talking about tension at all. It could actually be talking about, um, you know, that physical connection being quite, like, it's we're on the Disney Channel over here on YouTube, so I've got to be really careful about what I say. But when it comes to that sexual connection, there may have been like an element of, and I know I've said this, I feel like I said it in an Aries reading already, where whips and chains excite me. So if you know where I'm going with that, that's probably for you, because it is a sexual element, and quite a lot of people are interested in that, on that sort of level. So, you know, if that's for you, that's for you. If it's not, it's not. That's fine. But yeah, they're coming through, like I said, as a feminine element this time. But we do see the sun as well. Okay, so that's the kind of final answer on that. So it's talking about getting past whatever tension you might feel. You know, I feel that this is actually telling you that, you know, you yourself, Aries, might have quite a lot on your plate when it comes to overthinking about this particular connection. You know, but at the end of the day, the sun will shine again. You know, the sun is one of the most beautiful, happiest cards in the deck, and it's like, you know, the sun will rise and everything will be beautiful and shiny once again. You know, it's over a beautiful flower field here too in this particular deck. You know, so all those beautiful red flowers can also be talking about a high element of giving to this and giving to each other. You know, the flowers is very representative of, you know, giving and receiving love and happiness. You know, so I do feel like there's a really strong element with the double love on the table, as well as seeing that sun. You know, there is really definitely a potential future with this particular connection. So, sort of, I'll leave that up to you guys. You know, I'm not saying you have to go and act on anything I say today. You know, it may not even resonate for you. So, you're more than welcome to check your other placements. You know, your moon sign, your Venus sign. And it may be totally flipped as well. This might be how that person is feeling about you. So, but I do see quite a lot of love coming through on that reading. And it does feel like quite a lot of tension on your end. So, you know, I feel though that it is safe for you to, you know, reveal yourself out into the sunlight and, you know, reveal all to this person, especially with that intimacy there showing through right back at the start. You know, it really does feel like a safe connection to be quite emotionally intimate with. So I wish you the best with that one, but I will draw you an oracle on that as well. So what would you like to tell Aries today? This is the Island Time Wellness Oracle deck. What does Aries need to know when it comes to love, please? Okay, we've got the abundance card there. So that says, keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, and gratitude and bliss. Yeah, so once again, just reconfirming sort of everything I've sort of said, that, you know, you really do need to keep a positive mindset when it does come to this whole situation, when it comes to love in general. Keeping a positive mindset is really going to serve you well at the moment, Aries. But also, yeah, manifesting exactly what you want. So, you know, if you feel like someone's a stranger to you or you yourself are a stranger, you know, really stop and work out what it is that you want. And, you know, you can get it because, you know, with that abundance card, the possibilities are endless and you can sort of bring in whatever it is that you do desire. Yeah, so let me know how that goes, Aries, and if that resonates for you. Like I said, feel welcome to check your other placements. But yeah, like I said at the start, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment to be in the running for that free personal reading, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you.